Welcome back, everybody, into our third best of three of the day, our final best of three in the day one group stage of the Heroes Captains Clash. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, it's going to be Team YEAAAAABOI coming off a victory in our last best of three series. And we're going to be looking over at Team MasonBlaze on the right side. Ooh, this will be their second best of three of the day, looking for a victory here. If you'd like to know more about the tournament, exclamation Clash. If you'd like to take a look at the bracket and all that good stuff, exclamation bracket. What else can I tell you? Well, there's no tournament shenanigans. There's no baseline bans. By tournament shenanigans, I mean like Meta Madness or unique hero picks and plays and stuff like that. Nope, this is all heroes available. Of course, if there's a bans at the top of the screen, they're banned away from the map, but Diablo could be played in map number 2, 3, but not 4, because this is a best of 3 series. All games are best of 3s in the group stage. We'll be getting to the playoffs on November 3rd. Playoffs start on November 3rd, and that'll be the top 4 teams of the 6? 2, 4, 6. Yes, the top 4 from the 6. Oh, no. All 6 teams go to the playoff bracket. It's just seed 5 and 6 are going to be starting in the lower bracket, so they don't get that second tournament life from said upper bracket. So we'll be getting into all that in the future, but let's go ahead and continue into Towers of Doom. Last to mention is going to be our map picks and bans. So Team MasonBlaze won the coin flip. They opted in for first pick priority. They banned away Sky Temple and Alterac Pass. Battlefield of Eternity and Infernal Shrines banned away by Team YEAAAAABOI, and Team YEAAAAABOI choosing Towers of Doom map number 1. So the Diablo-themed maps are gone. Blaze Falstad banned away on the left, Diablo Sylvanas on the right, and we'll see first pick for Team MasonBlaze. What do they want? Do they want the early Dahaka? Are they going to look for a Brightwing? Is it going to be like a Junkrat early on? Okay. Any plans to do more Baldur's Gate 3 in the future? Yeah, I was definitely thinking about doing more Baldur's Gate 3 in the future. The thing is, like, I kind of just like made like really quick decisions, so I don't know if I want to continue with my current campaign, because like I kind of just made some like. I just kind of like chose fun stuff to choose fun stuff. I wasn't thinking about like end game potential, so we'll see. Definitely chat liked Baldur's Gate. They definitely like the Baldur's Gate crowd control, so it's something in the back of my mind for sure. Dude, you haven't had curry in months? Dude, curry is so good. Why are the team names so weird this time? What do you mean? They're literally named after the team captains. Team Liam, Team MasonBlaze, Team Cure, Team Madara, Team YEAAAABOI, Team Nintori. It's just the captains' names. First Hogger of the day. I'm actually kind of blown away. Hogger, Malfurion, Junkrat on the right side. We will be seeing Johanna, Lucio on the left. Okay, so Lucio in the house. We haven't seen Lucio at all today. He's been kind of perma-banned. I'm actually kind of blown away. We didn't have any Hogger bans at all today, and he is going to be removed. I do love this Stitches ban, though. Malfurion Junkrat with a Stitches. That'd be miserable to go up against. Team Flava Flav. He's not a captain in this tournament, Toasted Tots. He's not. Unfortunately, Flava Flav, he was unable to make it for this tournament, so we did have to kick him out. He was the 7th team, but... Lost Vikings are going to be banned away here as well. Johanna, Lucio. I mean, realistically, like, the Sylvanas was pretty good in the past. They could go into that again. Gonna be Hanzo. Chaotic is going to continue playing Hanzo. Slink, you sweetheart. Thank you so very much for the kindness. Cheers to you, bud. Happy Saturday. I hope your stream last night was absolutely delightful. When I peeked at your stream at one point, you were 4-1, so nicely done. Hope the games continued to go your way that night. All right, Junkrat, Malfurion, Hogger. You know I want the Cho'Gall, but you know we're not going to get it. Probably going to be something like a, maybe like a Garrosh. Sorry, not a Garrosh, a Muradin. Sorry, my bad. I was looking at the top. I was trying to skim all the heroic bans because I was going to mention maybe Diablo to close the distance onto Lucio Hanzo, but Diablo was banned away by the side of MasonBlaze. Granted, Tracer's grab with the Malfurion. Good sustained damage, good mobility. Overall, I do like the draft of Team MasonBlaze. Last pick on the left-hand side for Team YEAAAAABOI. They're going to be needing some sort of burst with this Hanzo. I'd like to see a mage, but I feel like it's going to be a Sylvanas or like a Cassie or something like that. Shimada Bros! This is the first Genji game on this stream today. It's finally happened. Hanzo Genji. Hanzo Genji are in a game. I'm going to go ahead and start us up a prediction and get us into map number 1 of our third best of 3 of the day. They were fun games. Oh, I bet they were. Ugh, all right. Twitch prediction is up and available. We have a Bandit Redemption after this game, but let's focus in on to Towers of Doom, map number 1 in our third best of 3 of the day. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope you're having a great day. If you're enjoying the stream, be sure to drop a follow. If you'd like to support the stream further, every little bit helps us out. Subs, gifted subs, bits. All of it helps us bring you wonderful Heroes of Storm casting and commentary. We've got Chaotic for the side of Team YEAAAAABOI, reprising the role on Hanzo. YEAAAABOI will be your Dahaka, Cattle, Johanna, Dino, Genji, and Banana with your Lucio. Right side of the map, we're taking a peek at Team MasonBlaze. Captain MasonBlaze on the Tracer, Got Filth Muradin, Hogger to be played by Albatox, Roger on your Junkrat, and Weary Day Malfurion. We get into mid, let's check out our level 1s and see what we got for Towers of Doom. Look at those Cho'Gall dumpies. Those could be yours with a tier 1 sub. Tracer with the Tracer rounds at level 1, so she gets the basic attack range, but also the reveal on the enemies. It's a drag on a Tracer. The recall happens. Genji Swift strikes in. The deflect is there, and Dino will not be taken down. Neither will MasonBlaze be traded. Cattle hit with a smack to the face. Lands a Condemn. Weary Day with an immediate regrowth activation. And Got Filth will be harassed a bit in the rotation. MasonBlaze to do the same to Banana, dropping that health bar down a little bit, but no kills early on. MasonBlaze a little bit low here, but the Malfurion healing keeps coming through. A Condemn avoided by a little blink charge from Tracer. Iron Skin will time out. Concussion Mind to zone. Banana with the Wall Ride activation. He does have the Accelerando level 1. Wall Ride movement speed bonus gradually increases to 40% over 4 seconds, while Lucio maintains this effect. We have a Swift Strike level 1 for the Genji. So is it going to be Swift Strike build? Are we going to be seeing no Shuriken Mastery, no Shin Gun? We have seen some Genjis go into the Swift Strike build, which oftentimes, if it's Swift Strike build, that I've seen, sorry, I'm trying to change my words up here. I have seen with the Swift Strike build, Dragon Blade Genjis. Could be looking to go aggressive with that. Hanzo Simple Geometry, Shield Glare Johanna, Enhanced Agility Dahaka, Augur with his On the Prowl level 1. So nothing too crazy to note here. Muradin with Dwarf Block stacks at level 1 as well. So, while we wait for our first objective phase, which will be top left and right as always, and then the second location will be the center of the map. We'll have 4 talent tiers soon, both teams grabbing their sapper camps. Looks like the left side was already cleared away. Right side, 1 sapper down to a sliver of HP. The charge goes through, and only, I think, 1 sapper makes the explosion connection. Big prediction on Team YEAAAAABOI to win this. I do see some... Oh, Dino delayed from the Hearth by MasonBlaze. And that was actually the 4th grenade, so that was the extra 1 timer. If you didn't notice, by the way... Hold on, wait, we'll point this out in a second. Fight might be breaking out in mid lane. YEAAAAABOI looks at the drag. No one there. But if you watch Junkrat grenades, the last grenade is got like a reddish glow around it. Right there, you can see it right there. See how it has kind of like a more red glow than yellow? Yellowish orange. If you've ever wondered like if there's like a visual indication for extra round timers for that final frag launcher grenade, that's what it is. Oh jeez.
Quick, change the channel.
Kaldor, thank you for the raid, but I appreciate it. We're here in map number 1 of our third best of 3 of the day. Welcome in, Raiders. We got some wonderful action for all of you. Thanks for the raid. Thank you, Cav. Thank you, Cav. Stormbolt into our Lucio right now as Cattle tries to avoid the concussion mine. Will be able to do so. The root does come down. Lucio locked in place. Roger looking for the channel. No one able to delay him out with a Sonic Arrow, though, from Chaotic. Will get said delay. Pulse Bomb onto Chaotic. Chunked, but not taken down. A good scatter off the wall. Caterpillar trying to get out of here as well. No, stepping back in with the Iron Skin activation. And we'll see, in the end, a 36-32 core HP game. No 40-0 dream to be happening. There's an attempt to maybe take down Albatrox in top, but playing really close to the fort front gate here. Mid lane being cleared away. Nice Stormbolt onto Dino. Good sustained damage. The root comes down, forces Dino to use the Cyber Agility over the wall. Banana with the wall ride. Little sound wave. Push off towards the safety of his fort front gate. Back in top lane, our solo laners continue to brawl out here. Looks like Dahaka is doing a good job of constantly pushing up the waves. Currently 3 stacks of 10 on that enhanced agility. 15 of 20 for our Hanzo. And level 10s will be here in about 2¼ levels. Swift strike in. MasonBlaze chunked. Able to dash away once again. Pulse Bomb returned into Banana. Won't be taken down. Good heal from YEAAAAABOI, bolstering the health of MasonBlaze. The Chattering Teeth zone the enemies back. The Sapper camps in bottom lane are crashing here. Neither, I think, will actually be shoved in. Hold on. Genji jumps in. Deflect activation. Scatters off the wall. Chattering Teeth zoning. Lucio activates that. Amp it up for some extra healing while Dino considers Hearthing out and won't go for it completely. 50% mana. Tracer gets a nice chunk of damage. Deflect activation. MasonBlaze has to dash away. Lucio goes in. Tracer recalls. The Chattering Teeth, I think, created enough space for MasonBlaze to back off. I think Dino might have gotten that kill if the Chattering Teeth didn't zone. Yo, Softbert, what's up, bud? Once again, welcome in, Raiders. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And this series just kicked off. We do have a delay on stream, by the way. 20-second delay.
The altars have risen. Activate them.
Got Filth getting hit with a couple autos from Banana. Swift strike back into the mid lane. Sonic Arrow will hit onto YEAAAAABOI. Denies one channel right there. YEAAAAABOI misses the drag. There's going to be a Stormbolt as well as a root, but no activation of that Emerald Dreams. YEAAAAABOI able to burrow into the ground and also get some Essence activation. 10 almost here on the left side. A little bit of poke from Junkrat. Lucio amps it up once again. Reverse amp was that level 7. They have all 3 brothers. They got 3/5 of summon Exodia. Banana gets the channel here, I think. Yeah, Banana gets the channel. 4 more shots into the Raven or the Gravekeeper from the Raven Lord. So 36 to 28. 10 talents here on the left-hand side as well. Dragon's Arrow, high 5. Dragon's Blade, as we had talked about earlier. Blessed Shield and the Isolation. Concussion Mine right next to Cattle. The root does connect as well. The Sleep, the Stormbolt. Cattle getting harassed but won't be taken down. Muradin does have that piercing Stormbolt and cooldown reduction. Did go into Sledgehammer level 4 for the extra cooldown reduction post level 10 from 1 to 1.25 seconds. We're going to be seeing... Is that Quantum Spike? Quantum Spike for the Tracer right there. We'll also be seeing Riptire, Hortipult, Tranquility, and Haymaker Muradin! Dragon Blade activation onto this point right now. Drag onto Muradin, cleansed by the Malfurion, but Gottfeld has to Dwarf Toss away. Dragon Blade expires. And 1. Sapper makes it in. 2, 3. Does reverse amp interrupt channels? Doesn't reverse amp deal 77 damage while the healing is active? So technically, yes, it would. Literally. While Amp It Up is active, healing boost deals 77 damage per second. So yes, Amp It Up would. A Stormbolt thrown out from Gottfilth. Dragon Blade, oh, not Dragon Blade, sorry, that was a deflection. Dragon's Arrow into a few enemies, the Blessed Shield as well, and that's going to be Tracer taken down first. Tranquility activated afterwards. Amp It Up from Lucio. That's going to be a nice Riptire coming out, but it's going to be Rip Junkrat's health bar as Muradin misses the Stormbolt, and another objective phase comes out. Dahaka going aggressive, looking for this channel. Albatrox should have 1 delay. The Isolation will miss, but now Hogger, oh, he's fine, he's fine. I didn't think he made it back to his fort front gate in time right there. YEAAAAABOI with maybe 1 delay. The Hortipult in. Wow, very aggressive right there. Death timers are relatively low, and it seems like the delays are in play. This will be a trade on objective phasing. Okay.
Let the assault begin.
Drag attempt. Doesn't look like it connected into Albatrox either way. But it's 13 talents to your advantage, and we're gonna try and fight over this. Junkrat's in bottom lane. Genji's not showing. Haymaker from the Muradin to push back. Cattle. Oh no, goodbye Albattox. I don't think you make it out of this one alive. Neither does the Muradin. And actually, it's Lucio traded. Albattox is gonna be taken down by Dino Genji with the Dragon's Blade. 2 for 1, favoring the side of Team YEAAAAABOI as our Dahaka brush stalks into bottom lane, picking up the experience and wave that was pushed in by Junkrat. Singular Altar in the bottom of the map will be coming up next. 4 to 1 in kills, favoring the left side squad. Oh boy. Well, all heroics are available for Team MasonBlaze. We've got Dragon Blade and Blessed Shield down. Blessed Shield, though, in 10 seconds available. Invade onto this camp. There's a Stormbolt that doesn't connect. The drag from Dahaka into Muradin. Here comes the Hortapult in. The isolation was attempted. I do believe it connected onto Hogger right there, who's going to get hit with a Swift Strike from Genji and taken out. Haymaker from Muradin pushes back YEAAAABOI, and Gotfield is able to Dwarf Toss away. Unfortunately for the side of Team MasonBlaze, they're really not able to do much here now. It is a 5 to 1 in kills game. 15.5 to about 14. Swift Strike, a deflection activation. Johanna steps up with the Condemn. Got filled with a little bit of healing over time from the Well Tap, I do believe. Singular Altar, as I mentioned. Quantum Spike onto Chaotic. Drops that Hanzo down to a third of his HP. Swift Strike in from the Dino. Dino Genji looking for something there, but is able to back off. Maybe takes a small amount of damage. YEAAAABOI with the channel. Delayed once by Roger on the Junkrat. Hogger still trying to soak up. 16 to 14 and a half. Swift Strike in from Genji trying to chase onto Tracer. Good Stormbolt from Muradin as well. Thank you all for the follows. Welcome into the stream. Glad you're enjoying the content.
As feeble as your words.
9 out of 10 stacks for our Dahaka. Simple Geometry is, of course, done. No sub done for the Johanna level 4. And I do believe, yeah, those are all the questing talents we have to mention. Camp on the right side's a minute away. Boss, of course, is up and available. No one looking at that just yet. Still 75% or 3/4 of a level to go for Team MasonBlaze for their 16. Could this be the turning point for them in this Towers of Doom game? It's a 12-point difference, 32 to 20. Stormbolt looking for cattle. None to be found. Sapper Camp should be cleared out on the wave, unless Team YEAAAABOI play aggressive. We do see Dino rotating, and there's going to be a Steel Trap. Dragon's Arrow cleansed by Malfury, and Tracer burning the blinks. There's the Dragon Blade activation with the Swift Strike in. A couple hits onto the enemies here, trying to stay out of those tower shots on the high side of the lane. Bless you from the Johanna. Huge Condemn activation, but I don't think it pulled the Muradin. He just gets disintegrated by the Hanzo. Simple Geometry. And since we have a bit of a... I don't know if they're going to step in here further. I just want to see... Oh, hold on. Genji goes in. The Steel Trap is there. The tower shots. The root from Malfurion is good. And finally, the members of MasonBlaze can find a kill of their own. Bolstering their experience. Getting to that 16. Triple objective phase coming up next as Lucio gets the wall right out. But I'm just curious really quickly if you're wondering as well. Hanzo... Good chunk of damage into Muradin right there, but the Pulse Bomb, the Chaotic once again drops that. Hanzo down to 50%. Tracy able to back away afterwards. Some Shield Glares from Cattle going out, denying the auto attack damage from MasonBlaze. Hogger goes to the top right of our mini-map. Looks like Dahaka's going to go to the top left. So we'll see the Bell Towers traded in those two areas. We're looking at a 28 to 16 game currently. 12 seconds on Genji. Cattle with 1 delay. Actually just stepping up for that delay. Meanwhile, the Banana threatened a bit. MasonBlaze really chunked as the Dragon's Arrow comes through. The Blessed Shield to follow it up. The Scatter's not good enough to take down Malfurion as Roger almost gets the channel, but the Sonic Arrow delays. Dahaka still double soaking. Hogger's moving his way in. Does have Hortapult. He hasn't shown. Genji's here as well. Chattering Teeth get 1 pull. There's a delay from Roger. Still waiting to see what our Hogger does here. Deflection activation from Dino. Staggering blow from Hogger. Dahaka flank on the right side. Finds the Chattering Teeth. Concussion Mine. YEAAAABOI uses the Burrow. No Essence activation. Dino going for the channel. Muradin Dwarf launches in. Riptide from the Junkrat has been summoned as well. A drag from Dahaka, and Junkrat's like, cool, I'll activate it right in your face then. YEAAAABOI will be able to tap well. Just checking really quickly. Essence available. Full Essence. Full Essence for Dahaka, but he goes for the Well Tap. I actually like that call quite a bit. More sustain in the fight. Isolation, point blank into Muradin's face. The drag to follow up. The Tranquility from Malfurion. And Gottfried gets the Dwarf launch out the last second. No Avatar, of course, because we have the Haymaker level 10. Bless Shield from the Johanna. Swift Strike through. The recall from the Tracer. But she's Giga dead right there. Dino trying to find something. A little low on HP. A good scatter off the wall from Chaotic. Almost taking down Gottfried. Meanwhile, Cattle will be delayed. No delay onto Dino, and this will be 4 shots into the enemy core. 28 to 12 in core HP. Very well done so far by Team YEAAAAABOI. This glove icon looks like a frog. I don't see it. Looks like a glove to me. Drag from Dahaka, though, finds the Muradin. Concussion Mine blasts back Lucio. And Genji, Dino, almost takes down Gottfried with the Swift Strike. 20 talent here. Not too, well, I was going to say not too far off. It actually just rolls through right there. Blinded by the light for the Johanna, the Storm Shield, if you will. Mixing Fire, Lucio. Bullseye, Hanzo. We'll also be seeing the Isolation Contagion upgrade. So the splash to the allies around. And Genji, I'm assuming the dragon becomes me. Unless, is he gonna, no, okay. I was like, is he gonna take Zanshin level 20? No, he takes the dragon becomes me. Some sappers go into the top lane, keep front gate. Shield glare onto Hogger, hit with the isolation. I think he was trying to Hortipult out, and that was a little weird activation time on that one. There's your Storm Shield from Cattle. Gets cooldown reduction from Shield Glares. Chaotic scatters into the boss pit, but I don't think they were looking to start boss here. Stormbolt, and they're trying to just back away right now. I don't think MasonBlaze and crew really want to fight. Double objective phase coming up in the bottom and center of the map. I mean, both of these channel plus boss is GG. I don't think they're going to get those sappers in bottom lane. I was just looking at the minimap. Junkrat clears that away. Weary Day forced to use Tranquility. Hogger soaking top. Do you give this and just sit on 2 HP? I think they're going to. Yikes, 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 yikes. I mean, at least maybe take the boss off the map. No, they're going to delay. Nope, okay. I thought Muradin didn't get the lane. I thought Lucio had the full channel. Genji will get bottom lane. So that'll be 28 to 7 in core HP. Another Stormbolt missed by Gottfried. Shattering Teeth zone Cattle. No, he actually just steps up with a huge condemn. The activation of that Storm Shield. Genji with the Dragon's Blade, and a double kill from Dino comes through. The Hortipult out from Albatox, but I think this Knoll is cut up. Dino goes in for the aggressive play, gets taken down by the tower shot, and now they move in for boss. It's a Tracer Junkrat to defend. There's a Spirit Healer on this map? Yeah, it's over here. When you die, it shows up there, but we're in caster mode, so it's always there. A little high five from Lucio, zoning, Riptide. MasonBlaze goes in on the Tracer. They're going to try and deny this boss grab, but it's not going to happen. Boss does go over to the side of Team YEAAAAABOI, and they take map number 1 in our third best of 3 of the day. GG, well played. All right, we're going to do what we always do. If you got rated in the stream, thank you all so very much. Be sure to follow the channel. We do stream 6 days a week. We have a lot of great content on this channel, ranging from Heroes to Heroes casting, to Stormgate casting, Predecessor learning. We play Suffering games like From Software stuff. We do randomizers. I'll be making beer on stream tomorrow after the casting. We have a painting stream next week. We got a spooky stream next week on Thursday. We got a lot of fun content on this channel, so be sure to follow. If you'd like to support the stream further, it's always much appreciated. We're going to roll out a block of ads as we get ready for map number 2. Could be the final game of the day, but we, of course, will roll out some ads so you don't get some ads in the upcoming matchup. See you all then. Or subscribe. See the amazing alerts we have. And we are currently 6 subs away from December, Chef Baha. Welcome back, everybody, into our best of 3 series. We are here on Dragonshire, map number 2, and we have on the left-hand side Team YEAAAAABOI. On the right, it's going to be Team MasonBlaze. He doesn't mind getting pet. Oh, like when he has treats and stuff? No, I raised him right. I raised my dog right. What's up, Frozen Italiano? Thank you, Mel. Senior dog? No, he's 9 years old. He's young. He's a young dog. He'll be 10 in this May, I think, right? Yeah, because I got him in 2015 and he was born in 2015, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, I believe, no, 14. Sorry, I always misremember that. He'll be 11 years old. He's still young. You have bear test? Bear test? Beer test. I don't know what you're asking. I'll be making beer tomorrow on stream. Anyways, let's get into it. We have Dragonshire. We have got a Muradin and Falstead band away on the left-hand side. We have a Brightwing Lucio on the right. No tournament shenanigans. If you have raided into the stream from Caldor, thank you for coming over. Be sure to follow. We do a lot of fun content on the channel. We have our ads are done. Pre-rolls off, so all that's good. And also, if you follow, you get some channel points, which you can gamble away on the upcoming bet for Dragonshire. Maybe we'll see a map number 3. We're going to start things out here for the side of Team YEAAAAABOI with a Diablo. And it looks like, by the way, the losing side of Team MasonBlaze, they opted in for map pick priority as the losing side. So that gives first pick to Team YEAAAAABOI. So what's the game plan? What's the unique thing that Team MasonBlaze wants to bring to Dragonshire? That's often the case. It's like, okay, if you're opting for map pick, there's something you want to do there. There's some composition you feel like you can enable you to take this to a map number 3. But a Sylvanas Blaze will be the first 2 picks on the right. Diablo and what? Are we gonna get like a Medivh? I do believe there's a couple Medivh players on the side of Team YEAAAAABOI, so I wouldn't be surprised if they lean into that. Yeah, I'd like to see it. There's the Hogger priority. Hogger priority for the solo lane. We'll have a Rhaegar Ancestral. I doubt it's Bloodlust. Mid-ban phase for Dragonshire. Ooh, do you consider the Medivh ban? I would be. Like, if I was drafting on Team MasonBlaze, I think that'd be, like, the core of our conversation, realistically, as a team. Like, okay, they're probably going to Medivh us because they have the Diablo. Like, they've got really good setup. What's the burst to follow that up? Like, any mage, realistically. Gonna focus on a Genji ban. They don't want to deal with Dino Genji again. And, I mean, well, you guys saw how well that went last game. Excuse me. We'll have our mid-ban phase on the left-hand side. Could focus in... Do they want to get rid of a tank like Garrosh? Or do they get rid of a healer that they don't want to deal with, like Ana, maybe? Or even Deckard Cain for the healing debuffs? It's going to be Garrosh, okay. I do love the idea of, like, a nano-boosted Sylvanas or something like that. Like, Ana could be huge here if there's an Ana player for Team MasonBlaze. I don't know if Weary Day has that in their practiced healers. I do like the Deckard Cain as well. Some scrolls and shapes would be really good lockdown. And also, as I mentioned, you can use the Haradra Cube with the Emerald for the 75% healing debuff. And that would mitigate ancestral value. It's going to be a Kharazim instead. So it's very aggressive composition from Team MasonBlaze. Will they pick up a secondary healer, or will they just go for Kharazim? I don't think it's, like, impossible with just the Kharazim, but I'm wondering if they're considering it. Can't blame them for banning Genji. Can't blame them for banning Genji after that last game at all. Like, that was really, really good Genji play. Diablo, Hogger, Rhaegar. The Medivh's still there, but I don't think they're going to do it. The Zagara wouldn't be... I don't think the Zagara would be enough with a Medivh. But I do like the Zagara for Dragonshire in the bottom lane. A lot of creep spread, a lot of good wave clear, shrine control. Maev with Umbral Bind. So there's just a lot of really good control coming out from the side of Team YEAAAAABOI. What's this last pick on the right side? Do they lean into a secondary healer? Do they look for like an Uther for an extra stun? Do they go for... I don't know what their priority is going to be here, and we're going to find out what the last pick will be. I'd like to see something like a Mephisto or like some Burst Mage. There we go. Burst Mage is nice. I like the Chromie. I am slightly worried about the Kharazim, but we'll have to see how it all works out. Let's get into it, everybody. I'm going to start us up a prediction. Could be the final gamble of the day. By the way, there are more games tomorrow as well. All right, map number 2 could be the final map of the day. Let's load on in. Of course, as always, thank you all for being here. If you would like more Heroes of the Storm content in your future, follow here. You can also use !YouTube. I do upload videos every day to YouTube. These VODs will be... I'm literally going to download and work on these VODs after the stream is over, and then I'll start getting those up on YouTube immediately. These games should start popping up, if my schedule is correct, these games will start popping up on October 28th or 29th. So if you missed any of the games, they'll be over there. But as I said, could be the final game of the day. Team YEAAAAABOI with a dominant map number 1. But as I mentioned, Team MasonBlaze, they specifically chose this map. So what will this composition do differently than what we saw in map number 1? Is this going to be like all gas, all dive, all burst, run down, and take us to a map 3? No bias, but I hope for a map 3. I want all the games today. Give me as many Heroes of the Storm games as possible, please. Thank you, Darth. Appreciate it, bud. Looks like we have a little lag in our load in here. That's okay. Might have a player having a bit of a load log issue, but I think that might be resolved. Might see like an immediate DC re-see. No. Just a nice chunky load in. Left-hand side of the map, we have got our leading team in this best-of-3 series, Team YEAAAAABOI. Chaotic will be your Maiev. Taking a peek over at Banana Rhaegar, YEAAAAABOI Hogger, Cattle on your Diablo, and last but not least, we'll have a Dino Zagara. Right side of the map, down in the bottom right, we'll have Team MasonBlaze. MasonBlaze, of course, the captain, playing Sylvanas. Albatox Blaze. Roger Chromie, Gotfilth and Ubrak, and last but not least, we'll be seeing Weary Day healing with the Punchmaster Karazim. Okay, well, let's get Vision here set up. We know what's happening in this bottom lane. We know the shenanigans. Blaze will kind of slow down the rotation while the Black Arrows are activated. The Beetles from Anubrak also getting some extra siege in here. The Haunting Wave with no teleport activation. Time Trap onto Chaotic. We do have Tomahawk's Pursuit level 1 for the Chromie. Overwhelming Affliction for our Sylvanas as well. Anubrak going to be going into the Carapace upgrade. Nerubian Armor now has 65 spell armor when activated. Iron Fist Karazim. We'll also be seeing the Adrenaline Stimpak on Blaze. On the opposing side, on the Prowl for our Hogger. We'll also be seeing Feral Heart for the Rhaegar. Naisha's Memento. Going to be having those Corpse Feeders for the Bile-infested drop. And of course, Soul Shield on the Diablo. A little bit of a scuffle to break out in mid lane. Weary Day getting smashed into the wall by Diablo. Overpower to follow up that bite from Banana. Little dash over to the minions, and Weary Day seems to be fine. YEAAAAABOI in top lane getting chunked by Blaze. Albatox seems to be doing okay up against the Knoll. Not a whole lot of believers in Team MasonBlaze after that map 1, and honestly, I can't blame you. Godfilth checks camp and finds a few enemies on that. Meanwhile, right side, we will have Blaze helping out MasonBlaze to grab this one. Karazim starts punching his way through some Siege Giants. Diablo getting a Shadow Charge onto Gotfilth. I wonder if Cattle's going to consider going into... Well, no. I don't know. We'll see. Cattle's been letting a lot of Shadow Charges, so I'm wondering if he'd consider this. Gotfilth, I don't know about that right there, bud. He does get the Burrow delay. He throws down the Impale, but he's dead. Was it really worth it? I don't know if that was really worth it. You deny the Dragonite, but you give over a kill. And, like, early Dragonite, it's not super strong, so... Decisions were made. Thoughts to be had. Sunshrine on the north side of the map is going to be held by Team YEAAAABOI. Caterpillar moves to the Moonshrine on the south side. Another potential Dragonite channel. We do have MasonBlaze on the Sylvanas in mid to deny that. Looks like our Albatox Blaze in top lane regains control of the Sunshrine. No, he's gonna go Fire Stomp build for the Diablo. Okay. I was assuming that, but I was like, maybe, just maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Usually it's Feast on Fear level 1 if we see Shadow Charge build. You still can go Soul Shield, but it's just not as common. That's a good Shadow Charge on the Weary Day. Anubrak lands the Burrow. Decent deep breaths from Chromie. The Dragon Breath, excuse me. If Gotfilth said worth within 5 seconds of his death, it's fine. Oh, the Heroes of the Storm 5-second rule. Yes, yes. It's good point, Stark. Very good point, my friend. 7 talent here on the left-hand side, as our Dragonite could be channeled by Chaotic, but I don't think that's going to be happening with Got Filth, MasonBlaze, and Weary Day around. Cattle low, the Umbral Bind applied to a few enemies. Cattle tried to back away. He gets a heal from Banana. The totem comes down. That Earth, by the way, that Air ally gives you some spell power as well. And it has one of the lowest cooldowns of any ally. So allied heroes gain 15% spell power. But I believe it was mentioned earlier this week in chat. I believe the other 2 allies are 45-second cooldown, and this one's 30. I do believe. Might be wrong on that. We're going to have our level 7 Bile Drop for Zagara. Pretty standard build for her. She does go to the Envenom Spine level 4. No Medusa Blades. Nice bounce from YEAAAAABOI. Gets to safety of the fort front gate and top. 10 talent here still being worked on for both sides. A Shadow Charge from Cattle finds Got Filth in the rotation. Chaotic over here looking to maybe catch Got Filth in the rotation out, but no, maybe they're just like, maybe we can just make something happen. Burrow Charge forced out by Got Filth, and this Anub'arak disengages. Did go for that Underking level 4, so increased the Burrow Charge range by 20% and damage by 100. Totem down onto Roger. Nice time trap. Allows Roger to back away, and this is going to be the Time Troubles. So armor debuff to enemies by 15 armor. Armor buff to allies by 30. Back over in mid lane, Cattle. Looks like he's going to be not hit by that Burrow Charge. She returns a Shadow Charge into Got Filth. Umbral will pull this Anub'arak out of position. He does have the Shadow... the Shadow Exoskeleton's level 4. That's the Chitinous Plating level 7, which gives you cooldown reduction on your Carapace by taking damage, and that's a bounce from Hogger that ends up on the right side of this engagement, but yeah, boy has a staggering blow to back off. Got Filth will reset with a Hearth out. Roger in bottom lane with little to no mana. And Zagara continues to pressure and push bottom lane. Overall, the macro seems decent from our blue side squad. Gonna hold top lane for the time being. Diablo, Cattle looking for the channel. Should be delayed once by a Haunting Wave. A Fire Stomp goes out. Diablo not full on souls. No delay from MasonBlaze, so Dragonite does go over to the left-hand side. Dino now being dove on in bottom lane, but he's going to be able to speed away on his creep. Spirit of Vengeance in with the Umbral Bind onto Weary Day. Dashes over to a minion. Dragonite starting to work on mid. The rest of these... Hogger's still in top lane, and a few members in bottom. Open up the fort front gate up against the Chromie still. Some punches onto the Dragonite here. 10 talent here on the left-hand side. Devouring Maw, Lightning Breath, Containment Disc, Ancestral Healing, and Hortipult for the Hogger. Anub'arak burrows in looking for Banana. Sidesteps that initial CC. Chaotic with the Spirit of Vengeance out. A Dragonite kick on MasonBlaze from mid lane lands next to the enemies, and immediate Envenom Spine level 4, getting value for Zagara. Man, what a kick from Cattle. Yikes. 2-0 in kills. Mid lane fort goes down. On the opposing side, though, we do have Mind Control, Temporal Loop, Cocoon, 7-sided Strike, and Bunker for the Blaze. See how things work out here. That Mind Control could be huge. Level 20 Call of the Dark Lady is absolutely insane value. Gives you like a 13-second cooldown on the Heroic. Time Trap chilling over here in this bush, just making sure if anyone tries to invade, they can utilize that for a stop and maybe a burst dive CC onto someone. Not going to be happening. No aggressive step up from the enemies. All right. Actually, the aggression's over here in mid lane, forces down the Bunker from Blaze. Hortipult in from YEAAAAABOI as well. Cocoon onto the Diablo. Devouring Maw finds 2. Containment Disc also onto Anub'arak. Oh, well, that's a good 7-sided strike, getting some damage of the enemies. The Umbral Bind will pull back 1. Lightning Breath cooking up a few as well, and Anub'arak does go down. I thought the 7-sided was way better than it was, but they shared that pain, and it did not get as much value as I was hoping for. Was thinking we'd see a trade, but nope, it is continued domination from Team YEAAAAABOI. Didn't YEAAAAABOI, didn't Fancy Pants spend like, I don't know, like 60% of his bid money on Cattle? I forget, but I remember Fancy Pants spent like a crazy amount of their bid money on Cattle. And I guess, you know what? I think it's showing that it was the right call. As we've been watching these games, I think it was definitely worth us spending most of his bid money on him. Second Dragonite phase of the game is up and available. 13 talent here on the left-hand side. It is a level and some change lead for the members of Team YEAAAAABOI. They're going to have 14 to almost level 13 against the side of Team MasonBlaze. Top lane camp is pushed in here. Shrines are active. Looks like Albotox bottom will clear out this siege camp and such. Diablo, Hogger, Zagara, they're all floating around this top. Maybe they can find a kill. Maybe they're going to go for a kill. Well, even talents here. Blaze picks that up in bottom. Hogger will hold the Moon Shrine in the bottom as well. Time Walker's Pursuit reveal Dino and Banana on the lower side of all of this. Cattle wasn't seen. Containment just gone to Weary Day. There's a mind control from Sylvanas into Diablo. A Cocoon goes out under Rhaegar. The 7-sided strike. Cattle getting chunked by that one. The Armble Bind. Devouring Maw into Karazim as well. Got Filth gets locked between the wall and the Devouring Maw. I don't think I've ever seen Maw used as a blocker right there, but that was beautifully done. Rhaegar lunges in and gets the last little bit of damage, and that'll be the 5th kill over to the side of Team YEAAAAABOI. And I think they're going to be setting up for another Dragonite here in the mid lane. Weary Day, MasonBlaze, Albotox, they're all floating around, but yeah, Cattle's here, and they know that they can't step in for another delay. Zagara will push up things in top, confirm the 3rd fort. All outer layers of this onion have been peeled away. And Team MasonBlaze, things are really falling apart. Another mind control into Cattle. The Ancestor Healing will deny that damage, or at least will refill his health bar from the damage taken. With all of this, 16 talents here rolling through soon. We're going to be seeing Dragonite move to bottom lane. Bottom lane is the priority on this map for the objective phase, since you can feed in 3 camps, 2 siege camps and 1 bruiser camp through bottom, so it's oftentimes the prio lane for winning pushes. And they also have a little less than 2 level lead, a talent tier advantage. 16 is here. Zagara went into the Spell Shield level 13 for more safety, but does have that Corrosive Saliva level 16. A kick onto Got Filth displaces this a Nubarak away. More infested drops coming out from Zagara. Only 5 stacks on that Bile drop currently. Dragonite expires. The Nubarak goes in. Hit with a Containment Disc. 7-sided strike share between Cattle and YEAAAAABOI. Devouring Maw finds 2. Containment Disc will end. Now Diablo initiates on the Got Filth. Huge Lightning Breath value, and Karazim goes down before he can get inside the bunker. Got Filth low. Staggering blow up against the wall. Can they take down Got Filth? A little more damage. The Banelings roll in. Everyone knows one of the best units in StarCraft 2, Banelings. This will be bottom lane keep taken out. 7-1 in kills. A commanding 2-level lead. Talent tier advantage. And now we'll see bottom lane Siege Giants grabbed. I assume we'll see triple camps. Yeah, Hogger's going to head to south side. Maeva's looking to tap well. And we'll grab top camp. It does have nice Memento level 1. Double Siege Giant camps. Of course, the first one will be cleared out safely by Chromie. But are they going to look for a game-winning push, or is this just painting the map blue? 40 seconds in the camp over here. For those of you wondering, not trying to flame the player by any means, what's my button? Where's my button? There we go. My gosh. You can see the healing difference between the two healers. We have 46,800 for Rhaegar, 25,300 for the Karazim. I feel like a secondary support might have been the jam, but we'll see. 16's here on the right side. We do have the Cleansing Touch now. Will the Forsaken as well. Quantum Overdrive, or Fast Forward for the Chromie. Nubarak will pick up Epicenter as well as the Thermal Protection for Blaze. Speaking of Blaze in top lane, hit with a Containment Disc. He did have Bunker, but there's a 1.5 second silence after Containment descends, and that denied that Bunker availability. Blaze goes down to top lane. An unfortunate series of events have unfolded in that lane for him.
There must always be a Dragon Knight, but will it be you?
Alright, camp for the top lane has been grabbed. The map is technically blue at this point. We do have the 2 objective phases, but those will be blue as well, so check your bingo card for painting the map blue, chat. Alright, I'm assuming Hogger's the one they want inside of this. Yeah, I think they want Hogger inside of this. He's going to bounce. Wow, beautiful bounce from YEAAAAABOI. Broke out the Protractor for that one. Well, team, This is looking like it could be a game-winning push. Yo, what's up, Lax? Good to see you, bud. Could be the game-winning push here in bottom lane. Let's see what happens. Dragonite, what's the Dragonite value currently? Take a look here at these stats. 693 damage versus structures. A Nubarak burrows in, looking for Dino. There's a Cocoon onto the Rhaegar as well. Big punches onto Dino. The Devouring Maul will come out. The 7-sided strike to avoid some of that damage. The Lightning Breath is cooking up Weary Day. The Ancestral Healing does go out. Farseer's Blessing with some extra heals in there as well. That's going to be Mind Control. And Nubarak burrows in, and that is Dino and got traded, as well as Alpatox on the Blaze. The Dragonite still here with 37 seconds to go, 61% HP. The minion wave with double catapults is arriving towards core. Rhaegar did go down. No, Rhaegar didn't. Oh, Rhaegar got the kill. Sorry, I was like, wait a minute, what? I still see him on the map. What are we talking about here? Completely missed that. Or misread that one. Karazim will be picked off as well. And ladies and gentlemen, even with the Dragonite expiring, I do believe this is going to be map number 2 in our third best of 3 of the day. Going over to the side of Team YEAAAAABOI. And they end things with a team kill. Oh, wrong button.